mute out your lines. Oh.
Yeah. I'll do that there, manage. Okay. All right, welcome to our added Getting Started call this week. We've had lots of growth and some people that weren't able to get on Monday and still couldn't quite, so we wanted to get a recording for everybody, and just so we can get everybody up to speed. We're really excited. We have such momentum going right now. It's a really exciting time. So we're going to start by going through just some getting started stuff with your device. I know we have some people in here that don't even have their devices yet. And then move into just some mindset stuff and X's and O's and whatnot. So I'm going to pass the mic over to my business partner here, a lady that I've been just had such a blast with. I think all the time Sam and I talk, I don't even know if I would be where I am right now had she not come on board when she did, because she's seriously been my right-hand lady the whole way. And we're definitely, every time I'm like my business partner, Katie. So she was actually lived here in Grand Forks. She was a cop here, and she came into this business with no network marketing experience and has just done phenomenally well. And you'll love her. You're going to fall in love with her like everybody else does. So she's going to talk about the device and whatnot. And if you guys, we have your lines muted out, but this is definitely not us talking at you. If you have questions, dialogue, just unmute yourself. We just mute the line so we have a good clean recording. Over to you, Katie.
Oh, thank you, sweetheart. I am so honored and blessed to be here with all of you. And if it wasn't for Leah and Sam, I wouldn't be here where I am today. So thank you guys for allowing me to let this be my first and only network marketing experience, because it's been a really exciting last year and fun ride with all of you. So the first thing I want to do with you guys is I want to share my screen. The main reason for this is because when you come onto our team, you're going to see tons of pop-ups. Can you guys see my screen? Steps to success, 5 activities, perfect. When you join onto our team, you get put into a Facebook group called Strong Living. Just know that there are 2 avenues that you can pretty much find anything and everything that you need to run your business. Please write this down. One is this Facebook group called Strong Living. If you are on this call or if you're watching the recording and you have not been added to this Facebook group, have that conversation with the person that has personally enrolled you into our company. The other one is cnworldgn.com. And so that is another really, really great resource that for you to be able to find documents and literature on the device and the company, all kinds of news reports, all kinds of really great avenues and stuff like that. So if you are ever looking for something, this is my first stop. Before I go to Leah, who's my sponsor, I go into Strong Living. I go to this little guy over here. It's just to this little search, says search this group. And when I go in there, I just plug in whatever it is I'm looking for, because most often than not, it'll show up. So this one I just said, how do I activate my device? Okay. And you can see all these different information, all this other, anything that anyone has posted about their device and what it is and what it does. So then there, I just clicked in device. And you can see right here, this is the getting started Helo LX Plus. So for all of you that have ordered in the last month or so that are shipping the new devices to you, most often than not, most of you ordered the Helo LX Plus. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the video and we're going to play this video, because this is exactly what you need to be able to get your device activated. So you'll just go in here, excuse me, and let's see if you guys can hear that. Can you hear that?
We are proud to introduce you to Helo LX Plus, world's latest Helo family member. As soon as you open the package, you can immediately sense the newest step in innovation taken by world designers and engineers. You will immediately find your fantastic Helo LX Plus, and just by touching and looking at it, you can feel and see the new materials and new technology. You can also find the newest accessories. An additional extra-large band that allows a perfect fit for every wrist. A fast magnetic charger that you can use wherever you are. And a complete user guide in 12 languages. All you have to do is follow a few simple steps to use your new Helo. Thanks to the potential of new OpenAPI 2.0, you can access the Helo App Store and discover the universe of apps created by many developers from all over the world. The new Hika Plus app is the newest app developed by Hika specifically for Helo and is the only app able to employ 100% of the new clinical grade sensors that equip the Helo LX Plus. Accessing and using the new app is simple. Just choose your country and insert your phone number or your email address. You will receive a PIN to use the first time you log into this app. At your first login, the app will begin a search to associate itself with a new Helo. Make sure that your Helo is on, and make sure your phone's Bluetooth and GPS services are on. When the app finds your Helo, you will see the LED light on your band become blue, and a pop-up in the app will ask you to add a new Helo. Tap yes, and from this moment on, Helo will be associated with your smartphone and app. You can check your Helo status with the icon in the upper right corner of the app. It will show you battery level and your Bluetooth and GPS connection. As soon as the app checks your Helo for the first time, you can see the message that asks you to update Helo firmware version. Tap yes, and follow the screen instructions by keeping Helo near your phone and by making sure that the internet connection is operative on your phone. If you cannot see the message, make sure that Helo is updated to the latest available firmware version. Go to the left menu, where you will click Settings, and then check Update. On top, you can see the last available version and the installed version, and below the button, you can proceed with the update. This is one of the most important steps to complete. Without this, your Helo cannot work properly. During your first access, the app will guide you to complete this step, but you can start this calibration also in the left menu by clicking on Skin Detection Calibration. Start the procedure and put your Helo on the table. Tap on Next and later put your Helo on your wrist. From now on, Helo can detect when the wearer is human. This calibration is important to allow correct measurements of your blood pressure. You will also need to measure your pressure with a traditional blood pressure measurements instrument. If you don't have one of these, you can calibrate your Helo in a drugstore. At the same time, start a Helo blood pressure measurement from the left menu and wait for the countdown. When done, tap on Calibrate and insert the values collected with a traditional measurement instrument. When you finish this, the measuring will start again, and the instrument will be calibrated. Your Helo is now ready to perform all measurements, and you can choose them from the left menu. For each of them, you must follow the instructions on the screen and keep your Helo on your wrist. From the right menu, you can also access the other features and settings. You can monitor your reports, set your personal information, and connect your app to your WGN profile. These two simple operations are important because they allow more precise measurements, and they keep all of your measurements inside the LifeLog web application, available in our back office through subscribing to the LifeLog plan. Now you can discover the new potential of your Helo and be part of the world of life sensing technology.
Okay, guys. So that video is the very first thing that you're going to want to open when the time comes and you get your device, and just walk through the steps. You can pause it, do the step, play it, do the step as it goes. And then there's just a couple more things I wanted to walk you through because it doesn't touch on. So this is what your, when you are charging it, this is what the charger looks like, okay? So when you are using this charger, make sure that you plug it into an iPad or a computer or something that has a charge that is going to be very really good and active for your, because it's just a Bluetooth device. It doesn't need a whole lot. If you plug it into the wall, it could fry your device because the current is not just like an even keel, very minimal charge. And it should only take probably like a couple hours max. So what I tell people is each day when you get into the shower, don't wear it into the shower, just throw it right under your charger. And then as you get done getting ready or you get out of the shower, then put it back on your wrist. And I just do that each and every day that when I'm showering because I have to take it off for that moment anyway. The other thing that I want you to know, because I know some of you that are going to watch this on the replay, you might still have the Helo LX. If that's the case and you have an iPhone, please use the Hika Plus app. That will allow your Helo LX device to stay connected to the Hika Plus app. If you're an Android user and you have the Helo LX, you can just keep the Hika app that you've always been using because that one stays connected and we've never had any issues or connectivity issues with that. So my husband has the Helo LX still and tried the Hika Plus, and it's so much better with the Hika app. Okay, if you have the Helo LX Plus, use the Hika Plus app. That's what it's designed for. So for all iPhone users, Hika Plus app. Also, make sure every time your phone does an update that you do the update on your phone and then you go into your app, and once you are in your app, you're going to, oh, sorry, excuse me. Oh, for crying. So up here, we'll do it this way. You can click on the 3 little numbers and scroll all the way down. And when you get into settings, this is hard backwards, just sorry. So when you get into settings, it'll say check for updates. And what you want to do is you want to click on that. And then at the very bottom, you just want to say update your app and then update your Helo. And it will go through and it will search and make sure that you have the latest versions on your devices. And so if you do not do the update on your phone and you do not do the firmware update on your Hika app, your device will not stay synced to your phone. So the very first thing when people ask me and they say it's not staying synced to my phone, I always say, 1, make sure your phone is completely updated, the newest and best update, and then go into your settings and click on to check for updates. And once that firmware is updated, then your connection should stay and it should be good. Just know that we just had this issue the other night with one of my team members. They tried the device on 2 separate phones and then tried another device outside of the package, which worked with the phone. So in that case, it was the device that's defective. Just know, you guys, there is a percentage of devices that are going to come. It's like 4% or so. It will come dead on arrival, or it just won't sync at all. So there are some devices out there, and it was easy. We went into their back office. We sent a little message, sent a little quick video clip in her back office with a ticket stating that we tried it with this phone, it would not connect, tried it with the second phone, it would not connect, and then took a little click 2-second video of showing that it wasn't turning on and stuff. And the customer service called me within, goodness, probably 15 minutes, said, I saw the ticket that you submitted on behalf of your team member. And so both her and I were sitting there together. And so he asked us to walk him through it. And he said, oh, yep, it's defective. He said, an email's coming your way with how to ship it to me, and we'll ship you a new one in return. You guys, it was super easy. And customer service was awesome about it. So just know that if you're having those issues right out the gates, go to the person that sponsored you or your upline team developer Diamond and ask for help. If you have gone through the motions and making sure that you've reset it or you've tried to recalibrate and getting it to sync, some devices out there, it's just not going to work. Okay. Also, on your device, let's say you are wearing your Helo and you are now gifting it to someone else, or you're giving it to a parent to wear or something like that. You can hold the button down on the side for 8 seconds and that will reset the device. which allows you to take that device and give it to someone else and activate it with their Hika app on their phone. When that happens, it's going to show up on your phone and it will ask you, would you like to pair the new device? And you click yes. I did that accidentally yesterday. I held it down for too long, and so it had reset my device. So what did I do? I went to my girlfriend's house and I recalibrated the device. You have to calibrate your device. Like the video says, just go somewhere that has a blood pressure cuff. Don't pay for a doctor's visit by any means. There's free ones in all the grocery stores and those kinds of places. Just put your arm in, and then once you hit on the blood pressure button and you run the cycle, it will ask you if you'd like to calibrate. You just hit calibrate, and you put in the measurement that the blood pressure cuff has given you at that very moment. And from then on, it's going to be spot on. It's incredible, it really is. But if you do not calibrate it, it's not going to know what are you truly meant to be running at for all of your vitals. The last but not least, on our devices, we have what is called a guardian function. So when you go into your guardian function and you click on yours, you get to decide your highs and your lows that you want to put in for each one of your measurements. So you can go in, you can put in your highs, you can put in your lows. And the reason for that is because you want your guardian to know if you've gone too low or you've gone too high. So you do that first. Then you're going to go back in here and you're going to go to your We Care. Your We Care is where you get to add who you want to follow you and who you want to follow. They must have the Hika app on their phones in order to be your guardian to see what's happening with you and your highs and your lows. So they do not have to have the device. Let's say you're wearing the band and you want your significant other to be able to see your readings. They just have to have the app on their phone. If you want to be able to read theirs, then obviously they need to have a Helo on their wrist as well. So in that case, you're going to go in, you're going to add a new person by clicking this little button down here, and you're going to put in their information. Once you do that, they're going to get a notification on their Hika app. Holy buddy, sorry, true at home business. So once they go into their Hika app, they're going to get a notification that says so-and-so would like to be your guardian, or so-and-so would like you to follow their information. They can click on that, and then you get to decide what they get to see of yours. You get to decide what your guardian gets to see. If you don't want them to see you're not doing enough steps in a day, that's okay, okay? So okay, so and then the last but not least, so just know when you go in, there will be a following button on the top, and then there will also be a follower. You get to click on that and you get to decide. So if I want to go into Miss Leah and I click on everything that I want to be able to see of Leah's, I can click on it, and then she gets to accept if she wants me to see it, and I get to accept what I want her to see of me. Okay? So yeah, so she can pull up all my information and see me all day, every day. So weird. It's so cool. It really is. Because we live 6 hours away. So what a really awesome thing. Just know you can do this with anyone in the world who has this app and that you're connected to, but you get to decide who shares it.
And then I get to yell at her when I know she's not getting enough sleep because I have proof.
Pretty much. Okay, and last but not least is your SOS function. So you go back into your menu just like we did before. You scroll up and you click on your little SOS here. And the difference between the We Care and the SOS is that if you want someone to be your SOS guardian, then they do not have to have the Hika app, okay? So for the SOS, you're just gonna go down here, you're gonna click on it, you're gonna click on it, and then you're gonna put their information in. So like, let's say I wanna add Leah, I'll put in her full name, her country, her phone number, and her email, and it will send to her, and it'll add her as a user, and she can decide, obviously, if she wants to be my SOS person. But all that takes is for them to just have a phone, so that way they can get a text message or through their email. And then what that will do is when you hit this button 2 times on the side of your device, it will send a GPS pin drop location to the person. So I just clicked mine twice and it says starting GPS, find GPS signal, SOS request sent successful. And it takes about 5 seconds. It's extremely fast. So my husband is my guardian. He's the one that will get that text message. So those are the 3 different things that you need to go in, make sure you set up and do before you start to run your device. That the video doesn't really get into depth. So I wanted to make sure I walked you all through that tonight. Again, if you accidentally reset your device, make sure that you get it recalibrated just in case. So my husband's here, he's showing you. So Hi. This is what he just received, was that I've activated my panic alarm, and then it comes with a Google map. So you can just click on it, and he could essentially just click on directions and it will take him exactly right to where I'm at. Oh, it shows the address. We're in a new neighborhood. Oh, there it is. We're in the same spot. Well, we are in the same spot. Yeah, so it's super cool. And then you can just click on directions and come right to where I am. Thanks, babe. All right, does anybody have any questions on just the device itself or the app? Anybody? Okay, well, in that case, we